In what could likely be a make-or-break year for several faces, here are the players that could determine how well Dallas performs in 2024. With the start of the training camp next week, the Dallas Cowboys are aiming for a fresh start and to move beyond the bitter end of 2023. The Cowboys will aim for their fourth consecutive playoff appearance. To achieve this, they will need to rely on certain players, including a few newcomers, to perform at a high level. Let's take a look at the 7 key players who could determine the outcome of the Cowboys' 2024 season. Kicking off our list is second-year defensive tackle Mazi Smith. In the 2023 NFL Draft, Smith was chosen 26th overall, becoming the first defensive tackle that Dallas had drafted in the first round since Russell, Maryland in 1991. The Cowboys were hopeful that Smith would provide depth in the middle and help create opportunities for other players. Unfortunately, the rookie from Michigan had a disappointing first season, ending with just 13 tackles, 3 pressures, and 1 sack. However, it's never fair to judge a player based on just one season, and returning defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer mentioned this offseason the ideal plan he has for getting Smith on track. After losing Jonathan Hankins and Neville Gallimore in free agency, the Cowboys are hoping that Zimmer's plan will work for the 6'3", 328-pound defensive tackle. The defense will rely on Smith to step up on the inside even more. If there's one player on defense who might be asked to step up more than others, it's the veteran linebacker Eric Kendricks. After Mike Zimmer was hired, signing Kendricks made sense because it would give Zimmer a player who was familiar with his defensive system in Minnesota. At 32, Kendricks is coming off a highly productive season for the Chargers, recording 117 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, and 7 QB hits. Following Leighton Vander Esch's retirement, the Cowboys were left with a giant hole in the middle of their defense. Dallas will look to Kendricks early on to fill in that hole and help execute Zimmer's defensive game plan. As we all know, the NFL is a passing league, and the Cowboys will face off against some of the top passers and pass catchers this season. This puts pressure on cornerbacks Trayvon Diggs, who is returning from an Achilles injury, and Darren Bland to maintain their status as one of the top cornerback duos in the league. As all-pro corners, they have been great at intercepting the football, with a combined total of 32 interceptions, 72 pass deflections, and 7 pick-sixes. This season will be a great test for the duo as they will face talented receivers such as Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Deebo Samuel, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. As Tel Owens used to say, get your popcorn ready. One of the most prominent players to watch on the Cowboys this season, and the only rookie on this list. Tyler Guyton, the offensive tackle whom Dallas selected in the first round of the 2024 NFL Draft, will have big shoes to fill after the departure of future Hall of Famer Tyron Smith, who left to sign with the New York Jets in free agency. Perhaps nothing is more crucial for a quarterback than protection from the blind side, which was never a concern for the Cowboys when Smith was on the team. This season, the 6'8", 328-pound tackle will face tough challenges from elite edge rushers throughout the Cowboys' schedule, such as Aiden Hutchinson from Detroit, T.J. Watt from Pittsburgh, and Nick Bosa from San Francisco. If Guyton lives up to his potential, the Cowboys' left side of the offensive line will be secure for years to come. It was a historic year, to say the least, for Cowboys kicker Brandon Aubrey, who, in his rookie season, finished 36/38 with a long of 60 yards and finished his first season in the NFL leading the league in scoring with 157 points. Aubrey began his NFL career by making a record-setting 35 consecutive field goals. This led to a Pro Bowl appearance and earning first-team All-Pro honors. Moving forward, consistency is essential, which Dallas has lacked at the kicker position for some time. With matchups against the Detroit Lions, Baltimore Ravens, San Francisco 49ers, and Houston Texans, having a reliable kicker could be crucial in these highly anticipated games. It's not a season to make determinations without the team's leader. The pressure may be higher on quarterback Dak Prescott than ever as he enters the final year of his contract. Last season was a standout year for the former 2016 fourth-round pick. Prescott finished 2023 with a league-leading 36 touchdown passes, 4,516 passing yards, just 9 interceptions, and career highs in completion percentage, 69.5%, and completions, 410. The end result was a third career Pro Bowl appearance, second-team All-Pro selection, and a second-place finish in MVP voting. Unfortunately, the lack of postseason success haunts the ninth-year signal caller. In his first 8 seasons, Prescott posted a disappointing 2-5 postseason record and never made it past the divisional round. The Cowboys can certainly expect Prescott to have an impact in the regular season. However, their main challenge will be finding and maintaining success in January football. If not, will 2024 be the last year in which Prescott leads America's team? Only time will tell.